Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals of the WCS Season 4. We got Shea Cole, our defending champion, sitting in the queen seat, taking on Olivia Terry, OT from the TO, who's trying to double dip. She's going to try and go for that first dip tonight. I'm Sean Green, joined by my partner in comms, Ryan Mooneyham, who cannot hear me at all right now. We are trying to work on that. So that's why Ryan's just looking at you with blank face, and he won't actually talk at all because he can't hear. It might actually only be me tonight that you're talking to, and I apologize if that is the case. I will try not to talk as much as possible, but let's talk about tonight. These players, first place $2,500, second place $1,500, and we're going to talk about Shea Cole first. Her nickname says, "Who needs a nickname?" That being said, Unshattered Shea Cole is what I went for, and excited for that. Playing for Rosemary Coin. Playing out of Magoo's. She's been playing for 20 plus years. Her average coming into this is a 4.37 with a 73.8% win rate. She's throwing those Booyah Shea Cole 18-gram darts. She's also coming into this with 15 9 marks with one white horse, 48 7 marks, 59 5 marks in just 38 games played. She has dominated the season. The only match that she has gotten anywhere close to losing was the 7-5 victory that she had over Olivia Terry in the top 4 match. So that's going to be a very good opponent. They're number 1, number 2 in the averages, and I cannot wait for this. So let's head on over to OT from the TO, playing for 419 Entertainment at the spot. 419, brand new opening. Playing for 8+ years. She's throwing that 3.79 NPR, but it has been raised and lowered right around that same mark, like off by 0.03 maybe over the last few weeks. That being said, she has the game to stay with Shea Cole. Yes, there's about a 0.5 difference in their NPRs, but Olivia Terry can play 7 games above that NPR. Will she be able to do it consistently enough to win tonight? That remains to be seen. But she's throwing those super darts. Black Beauty, 18 grams. She has 17-9 marks with 3 white horses. That leads this season. 51-7 marks, 61-5 marks in 65 games played. She has that 59.7% win rate. And, well, let's go over the rules and the format if you've never watched before. First of all, welcome to the WCS. We're happy to have you here. If you, it is a double elimination style tournament. Shea Cole needs to win tonight to win the whole tournament. If Olivia Terry wins, they will go to a double dip next week. The players will play a race to 7, best of 13 legs, all cricket, with a cork or 3-dart count up that you're watching right now to start the match. The loser of the previous leg will start the next leg after that. And if the deficit goes to 3 or more legs, that will be the PPD player advantage rule where they will continue to go first. And if we go the distance, the players will cork for start in that last leg decider. I can tell you guys I was not expecting to be here by myself on this call, nor was Mooney expecting me to be here by myself on this call. So bear with us as we figure this out. But until then, let's play some darts. And chat, talk to me here because that's who I get to interact with on this wonderful evening. What do you guys have as your scoreline prediction? Let us know in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I have this 7-4 Shea Cole. I think she gets the job done tonight. I think that she cements as 2-time champion. But, again, OT is going to give her a fight. Shea is playing out of Magoo's in South Carolina. And she's starting off strong. Really, really strong. Good 6-mark opening from Shea. These openings are going to be so important tonight. Getting off to that start, getting that higher ground to be working, all important here. OT does love the bottom side of the board. Early on, only a 1 mark though. But this is a marathon, not a sprint. The 1 leg will not make the difference at all. Or the 1 throw right there. We got some things going on. Kayla saying 7-5 again for Shea Cole. Jason Smith 7-4 OT. Carol Ann Delfino in the chat saying 7-4 Shea. Paul Rogers 7-5 OT. Ooh, interesting. OT 7-6 for Heather Fuller. What? Jillian, who our amazing 3rd place finisher last week, 7-5 Shea, but OT is amazing. Going to be a good one. I agree with that for sure. All right. Off and running. Leg number 1. Race to 7 here in this WCS. Debbie saying Shea 7-5. Suzanne in there saying 7-5 Shea. What I'm seeing from a lot of you in the chat is that it's pretty close scoreline predictions, and I am all for that. That is for sure. Jessica Ball says 7-6 OT. Oh, Paul Rogers saying birthday twin is Shea. Okay, so Shea gets 7, OT with 5. I get it now, Paul. My bad. If you guys are wondering where the A team is this evening, first of all, Haley's here. You just can't hear her. But the rest of the A team, being William Martha Stewart, he is coming back from Music City today. So it was just going to be tough for him to get all the way back from Tennessee home in time for the start of this. So that's what he is dealing with. the entire team will be down in Florida this weekend for the Bull Shooter Invitational. I will not be. But it's going to be exciting to see all of those ladies and men perform and compete in that event. I'm looking forward to watching darts all day. All right. OT now with the lead, taking control of the 19s and the points. Shea has to go over the 17s there. Let's see how aggressive OT wants to be. I like them all on the 19s, but she might be blocked. She does stay. 4-3-3 playing a 4-1-7 here in leg number 1 of the finals of the WCS. If Shea wins tonight, she wins $2,500. If OT wins tonight, we go back for a double dip next week where first place will be $2,500 and second place will be $1,500. What's funny is Mooney is so still as a human being that I can't tell if he's still here in VMix or if he left. But his face remains the exact same. So I'm going to guess that he left based on that. But maybe he'll be back. He's trying to figure it all out. Yep. Miss Delfino, it is this weekend. Don't ask me the specifics on times and stuff like that. I don't know that information. But I will definitely have that information available. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. So, yes, I can. Well, yeah, we're live. So we can hear you too.
Oh, so everybody can hear me now. Oh.
Well, hey, Ryan. Oh, thank God. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Mooneyham is going to save the day here because, Ryan, I would not have been able to do that for this entire thing. I just need you to understand that situation for sure. Happy to have you here, Mooney. Caroline, there is a women's bracket as well for the Bullshit Invitational. However, they will have a montage on ESPN of their top 4, not a live top 4 like the men will have. Mooney, how you doing, brother?
Really good, really good. Good weekend on the calls for Nashville, Tennessee. Great tournament. Well ran. It was excellent. Excellent weekend.
Always a great time at Music City, that's for sure.
Very, very I'm pleased and impressed with the setups there and the tournament staff and of course it draws a good player base, so it was exciting to be on the call for that one.
I'm going to guess that because you're not wearing headphones, they can hear the echo of me talking.
No echo
for you. Oh, well, how are you hearing me then?
Manipulation through Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. Well, and okay. Well, whatever's happening needs to stop.
Okay, I will shut it down.
I mean, I guess, because that's looks like it's yeah. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We're gonna go back to Shea. Right now, Haley is trying to fix something with PPD to get going, and then we'll get there. Can you guys still hear an echo?
I don't have an echo no more.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, I can still see Ryan's bar moving, which scares me whenever I start talking. Guys, it's not through my mic, so let's calm down. I haven't changed a single setting on my stuff. Check, check, check. Well, there's a boom goes a dynamite. Really good first leg is occurring here. Yeah, Kayla, we know this camera's not switching. Haley's doing some work in the background. So we're only going to get OT's look for right this second, although it should actually be on the other view. Haley, I don't know if you can hear me, but because the screen is just OT's or is Shea's screen in order to see. Yeah, I know it's gone now. It's just now, but now Ryan can't hear me anymore. So. Well, Shea's trying to get the job done here. She has the 2-house lead. She has the points going. But OT is hammering these bowls. Gets 3 of them. I really don't think there's ever been board sound, just for the record. I don't know the answer to that question, I guess. Oh, OT still fighting in there on the bowls. Only gets 2. See how Shea just attacks this. Should just take it out. For leg number 1 of the final. This is the finals. And she is going to bail and go back to points. Smart dart. Thanks, Tim. JP, I'm not sure about Maine, but check out that map. The map will show any locations with G3 boards within that PPD system. As Shea does take out leg number 1, a 398 to a 328. And again, we're just trying to figure out how to get our stuff on PPD platforms because it's not happening right now for some reason. And we will figure it out. And once we do, we will be showing that stuff as well. But appreciate you all joining us here on USA Darts for the time being. JP would be a good player to have for sure. But yeah, just check out that map, bud. It'll show those locations. dartstoc.com will help you out for sure. Yeah, and that is the problem with some areas of the country. They just have not had that happen yet. Oh, OT starts off with a 6, and the reverse happens from Shea, only a 1 mark. This is identical to the start of leg number 1. That's a little bit different. Look at OT from the tee. Oh, 6 mark opening. And honestly, the way that she fought back in the first leg gives me a lot of confidence in OT tonight. That being said, it takes a special type of player to force your opponent to shoot the best that they can shoot just to have a shot against you. Yeah, JP, I know that they have Western New York. leagues with like knocks and things like that, but I'm not sure about anywhere closer to you. Look at Shea. Boom goes the dynamite. Shea Cole gets the second of the evening. 2 booms within 2 legs. Or is that the third one? That's the third one. Thanks, Haley. It might be the second one then. But that's all right. I honestly could have missed one because we were focusing on so many things there in leg number 1. Kachina with the ka-ching statement saying, "Let's go, girls. You're all awesome." And I agree with that. I can tell you this has been a fun season. It's been a fun season to cover. It's been a fun season to be able to watch just from the seat. It the amount of surprising great darts that we've seen, the amount of surprising not so great darts that we've seen this evening or this season. But I think overall the ladies have definitely gotten better. Shea Butt is not bad. And I really think that at the end of the day, it's going to take a friend to actually name her, guys. Unshattered is a pretty good one for me, and it's the first one that she's like, you can say it and see what happens. But that doesn't mean that she likes it. So we need friends in this situation. And I like Shea. Shea is a friend, but she's not like, close friend from the area type of thing. I feel bad for Mooney because he's just sitting there. Oh, you're good. At least you can hear me. That helps. It's so funny. And look at this. OT from the TO. Big 5 mark with the 2 bowls. She is going to win leg number 2 and make this a 1-1 score line. If your headphones are plugged in, Mooney, you should be able to do it without. But the same thing as last time, I'm going to guess. Yeah. He's still working, guys. Oh, there you go. 1-1 score line. OT from the TO, a 4.30. And that one to make it 1-1. I was not trying to rhyme there, just for everybody's information. It just kind of happened naturally there. Kayla. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go with that one. That one might get me stabbed. If I start calling her Grammy Shea Cole. Unless she can sing, because then that's a good one. Shea, a 5 mark opening. OT closes the 19s. This is more of a, I guess, typical start. You can see the amount of people that are there in the background watching along at both locations. Here's OT. Looking up. Boom goes the dynamite for OT from the TO. Takes control of the leg early with that 9. See if Shea goes 17s. Yep, bottom of the board is where they like to switch to first. Although Shea is really not bad at 18s. But it's all about confidence there. OT only 2. So Shea an opportunity now to kind of steal back control. It's a 72-point deficit. So even with the triple here, she's not getting the point lead. OT, of course, goes right back and hammers the 19s. Add some extra points to it. Putting some pressure on Shea early on. But Shea is firing back with a big 7 on the 17s just to stay out front. They are throwing haymakers early. Richard, I think it's 10 for the night. I think that happened a couple weeks ago. Taylor and OT, I believe. Shea, first start, slipped out of her hand there. You know who I'm not seeing in the background is Ronnie, which is interesting to me. Venture, guess he's there somewhere. Oh, big last start from OT. Gets rid of the 17s and adds 72 points on the 19s. Sorry, 76 points on the 19s. And forcing Shea's to the 18/1s. 16's not a bad target segment, or the fact that OT destroys them. Thanks, Suzanne. Appreciate that. I like 15. I don't think we'll make it there, but I like 15. See what options Shea decides to go with. She's going to stay on the 16s. Yeah, now she might bail out on the 18s. She does and hits a big trip. OT gets rid of those 16s pretty easily. Doesn't hit that trip 18. Opportunity here for Shea. I don't know if I like that move from OT to go try to take out the 18s instead of point on that last start. Oh, great first start from Shea. She can just stay there. Oh, and just clicks up. But an 11-point lead now for Shea. OT from the TO. Big 6. Could have been 9. Just unkind on the wrong side of the wire. See how Shea still battling big 7 mark from Shea Cole. A 4.11 playing a 4.10 here in leg number 3. Folks, I don't know what else you need. Maybe another commentator. Only 6 of them from OT. She wanted them. Aloha, Mr. Trinidad. Oh, I thought Shea was going to fill them all up again. 40-point deficit now. OT should just go right at the 15s. And there they go. One more 19 adds an extra bowl. A trip does the same exact thing times 2. Big darts from OT from the TO. And Shea's just going to get rid of those 19s first. She'll still need 6 bulls from there. OT only needs 3. Now 1. That last start flight into a 17. That's crazy. Well, let's see if Shea can hit 6. She gets 3 of them, and just got news in that for Cubs fans isn't going to be the greatest thing, but Ryan Sandberg has apparently passed away this evening. So, due to complications with his cancer, weirdly hits personally for me a little bit because I've taught now 3 of his grandchildren in school. So, definitely thoughts and prayers with the Cubs community, but also with their family. I know how much of a hero he was to his family, which is really cool. He leaves behind one of the greatest legacies of anyone that I know. So big 7-mark opening there from Shea. It's a 2-1 lead now for OT from the TO. Yeah, Murphy Darts. Eddie in there saying fixing to get the scoop tonight. If OT can defeat Shea Cole tonight, there is no reason why she wouldn't be able to do the same thing next week. I could see that cause a little bit of a confidence waiver from Shea. Just right now, she's getting the best from her opponents and still able to beat them, and some of them handily. So it'll be definitely a difference for her if she is beaten for the first time. I do. Hey, bud. I can hear it in Discord. Well, you want to just hit the unmute button and see what happens real quick? Maybe just fix itself. Aw, Sally, I appreciate that. Will you be there this weekend? All right, Chase staying out in front early, but again, look at these averages, 6.67 to 6.0. Leg number 4 of this battle. Good 5 mark there from OT. But Shea with 2 wedges and only down 20 points shouldn't be too much of a problem. And Ronnie has arrived from league, so Shea is back in the... Got her whole team present now. OT just so smooth on those 18s. Not as smooth on that 20. But right back to the 18. Big 6 mark from OT. She is lighting it up tonight so far. And it's not surprising. Let me get that straight right now. but it is the first time that we've seen an opponent outshoot Shea when Shea's not shooting bad. And I fully think that that's happening here. Oh, did she give it up, though? Oh, good. Trip 17. Stays in the point lead. Just trying to keep out in front. It almost feels like she's just treading water right now with how OT is attacking. Definitely feels like the pressure's on Shea right now. What's up, Matt? And yeah, enjoy Orlando, Sally. I don't think I'll be making the trip out there this year. Oh, big trip 18 from Shea. 50-point lead. Gets rid of the 18s, and now OT goes over to her number. The freaking 16s. It's almost like the leg doesn't start for OT until we get to the 16s and 15s. That's how much of a difference she can make. Oh, boy. Interested to see why she went 17s first and then switched up to the 20s on dart 3 versus... Honestly, it's not going to matter right this second because that's the first time I've seen nothing happen on the 16s for OT, but it's almost such a dangerous number for her that you just want to get rid of it. Well, hello, Pilgrim. Oh, big dart from Shea to go to the corners. 4.90, 10 rounds through this leg. And OT still not out of the leg. Or not too far out of the leg, you know? $50-point deficit. That was a drop, I think, from Shea. Yeah. I think she's fighting a little bit of a get rid of the dart situation. It's not bad. It's just there's been a couple darts that have dragged below her target line. Another bullseye would have given her the tie. Instead, I gave her an 18, which is a weird call. Oh, just thought it was in, gave a little lean. And there we go, 4.46 to a 4.0 for Shea Cole. And it is a 2-2 score line. Reminder that after this leg, we will hear from both of our players. Before Nick left for the South, he took care of those interviews and probably did a fantastic job. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I've listened to him. He never sent them to me, so it's not really my fault. OT starting off leg number 5. Big leg here. Will she go into the break with the lead? It'll be the first time Shea Cole has had a disadvantage going into the break. And you wonder what that type of a situation can do to someone. At worst, Shea's been up 3-2 at this point. And at best, it's felt easy. OT has made this anything but easy on her friend Shea. All right, we got a riddle for you, chat. What happens when you pair flaming hot wings with brutally honest dart takes? Well, you're going to want to check out A to Z Dart's newest video called Burning Questions with Jen Mounts. where Jen Mounts gives spicy answers for 10 spicy questions. Plus, there's a giveaway. Go to the A to Z Darts Facebook page and follow the instructions in the video's description to enter that giveaway. Look at OT from the TO running away with leg number 5. Though Shea needs a lot more of those 18s. A 9 mark will help. Boom goes the dynamite, and she's right back in the leg just with 3 darts. Oh, unfazed. Unfazed. OT with a 6 to fire right back. Man, I cannot tell you. Having Mooney here talking to me would be absolutely fantastic. I can see him. He can see me. He's listening. And every once in a while, he nods along. But that being said, if there's going to be a match where I have to do this by myself, I'm going to want it to be this type of entertainment. That is for sure. I know, buddy. He says he's trying. Shea just trying to stay in this leg, but I don't think that's even going to work. She's throwing a 4-2-5 and getting murdered right now in this leg. And that is a testament to how good this young lady has been throwing so far. Representing Toledo, Ohio beautifully this entire season, but also always. Tonight is a different level, though. But of course, Shea's going to make you lean forward in your chair a little bit. Yeah, Tim, it is always nice when the darts do the talking. And I do appreciate that you did put in that lie at the end. All right, let's see if OT can get through this. She's going to. Great first start. And OT from the TO takes a 3-2 lead into the break. Don't go anywhere, folks. First of all, you're going to hear from our 2 fantastic players with our great Nick Teixeira. But afterwards, when we come back, it's that 3-2 lead. And we are going to see if we're going to next week's match or if Shea Cole is going to win $2,500 tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more right after this.
And time for the finals here for WCS Season 4. Joined here by Olivia, Terry, and what bar are you playing out of tonight and what vendor are you playing for?
I'm playing out of the Spot 419, and I play for 419 Darts.
Well, it's a pleasure to see you on here again. We've done our fair share of interviews, but also this is your second time in a row now making the finals against a very familiar opponent. How's it feel to make it to the finals back-to-back?
It feels great to get back to the finals. It's one of my accomplishments I have every year playing in this awesome tournament. It's been packed full of tremendous, amazing ladies. It's just going to get better and better, but I'm very proud of myself for getting to the finals again.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see it against Shea again, right? You guys have had your fair share of run-ins with the show now. I mean, you talked about it before last season, but what does it feel like? I mean, you're playing Shea consistently. Is it something that's getting easier, harder to do, or just where's your head at when it comes up to this particular kind of matchup?
Playing Shea, it's a really honor to play her. She's a tremendous, incredible, amazing dart player, but she's a more amazing friend as well. It doesn't matter if I'm playing against her or with her. She's always been supportive, and I think this whole tournament, she's been very supportive for me, just trying to get back to darts, and I've been very supportive of her. So it's an honor to play her. I'm excited. I think this go around again, like I said in my last interview, it's a little bit different. My headspace is a little bit different. So it's just gonna be fun. I'm excited to play her again. She put me in the loser, so I'm hoping to give her 1 L for tonight.
And let's say you do give her that 1 L and you move on to next week. What's going to be your expectations going into that?
The same mindset. Just go in and, literally I'm having fun playing this game again. It's not about the money. It's not about the W's on your list. It's really about having fun, and the support I've gotten this whole tournament has been tremendous. It's been awesome. Sometimes back in the day, sometimes I miss a dart or miss something, I get upset. But this time around, I have so much support, and they're lifting me up. They're saying, hey, move on next round. So that's what I appreciate. So that's what I'm going to go into. If I do win tonight, that's how I'm going to go into next week. So.
And is there anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
Again, I appreciate everybody that's come out to the spot 419 to support me. It's been awesome. All the pre-games everybody's came to. I also like to thank my friends and family. Special shout out to Heather from Wisconsin. I appreciate you watching every week and sending me a text. I like to thank my vendor, Steve Z, for supporting me and helping me through this tournament. I like to also big thank you to my sponsors, Super Darts, Daffy's, 419 Entertainment, and GMD out of Ohio. I'm excited.
We are excited here, as it is time for the WCS Finals. Let's waste no more time and wish you the best of luck in your match.
I'm Olivia Terry. You're watching the WCS.
So obviously we're a darts company that sells dart supplies, and we get a lot of comments on our videos from players asking for tips on what products will make them better or fix their issues. But how much do you think products actually improve your performance?
Right, so as much as I want to tell everyone in the world, when you first start playing, just buy these Luke Littler darts and you're going to be incredible. Obviously it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. We're not here to fool anyone. We're not charlatans. We've been around for 40 years and we want people to understand that first you just need to experiment to find something that's relatively comfortable. Mm-hmm. And that might mean just buying really inexpensive equipment, or borrowing darts from friends and trying different shaped barrels. Then you need to fixate on your throwing mechanics for a while. So you got to figure out how are you going to stand, how are you going to grip the dart, take back and release. Gear is meant to fine-tune your throw. It's not meant to make up for poor mechanics.
It is now time for the finals of the WCS, and I'm joined here by Shea Cole. Shea, tonight, what bar are you playing out of and what vendor are you playing for?
I will be playing out of Magoo Sports and Spirits in Myrtle Beach, and my vendor is Rosemary Coin.
And congrats on making it to your second finals appearance in a row, going back-to-back in both singles seasons of the WCS. How does it feel to make it to this point, not once, but twice?
It's kind of surreal. I don't really let anything sink in. I did have a 2-week break this time, which feels like a lifetime. So it feels like it's been a whole new season starting. But it's, the ladies this year have been absolutely amazing. And God, the support you get, just the women in the game is incredible. So really excited. I get to play Olivia again. Hopefully it's as good as the last one and we don't have to go to a last decider.
Yeah, you mentioned playing Olivia again. I mean, we've seen a couple of your versions of your matchup last season, as this is a repeat into this final this season. What do you got to say about just the playing dynamic against you guys playing against each other, considering it keeps happening time and time again?
I feel like each time we play each other in the WCS, it gets a little bit better. So last season, we both were just struggling, I think, to find the love of the game, to really just find consistency or whatever it was that we needed. I didn't really know what to expect last season. It was my first season. Streaming is a little bit different than being in a bullpen, and you're in your home bar. So, I feel like each time we play, it's gotten better. The last time we played, looking back on it and watching the match, I can say it was fun to play in because she really pushed me, but I really didn't want to go to the last decider.
Yeah, and now, of course, I mean, O's been bringing up her game more and more, and you guys have a lot of comfortability playing against each other. Tonight, will you get the win and get the back-to-back title, or do you think there's going to be another week? What's your proclamation? What's your guess?
I don't ever declare if I'm going to win or not. I don't feel like I ever can. My game can be there, and I can be blazing, or I can just be complete and utter garbage. So I just take it one game at a time, and at the end of the day, you know, I can have a little bit more comfortability knowing that she has to double dip me. So there's not as much pressure on me, but there is kind of pressure on me because you just want to get it done and over with so you guys can have a week of vacation. But you know, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be a battle. I know it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough one. I have Mike back this week, so hopefully I can get in a good practice session and can get things just right. And it's another banger of a match.
Anything you want to say to your friends, fans, family, or anybody else watching along?
I want to give a huge shout out to everybody that's followed the WCS this whole season, all the women, all the support. It's been amazing. The women in the WCS are absolutely incredible. I want to give a shout out to you guys for doing fantastic. PPD, Magoo's, I can't not thank them enough. I also want to thank my sponsor, Chris Weatherly and Dart Addicts and John Eric at the Village. Huge shout out to Christy, Mama Sue, Kay, Kayla, Little Taters, my family, and a huge shout out to Ronnie because he's my biggest support, my rock, my grounding point, and to everybody that shows up at Magoo's and supports me. I just can't thank them enough.
We are excited to see the finals of the WCS once again, to see how this epic season concludes. And Shea, we wish you nothing but the best of luck in your match.
My name is Shea Cole, and you are watching the WCS.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the break. Hopefully you enjoyed those two interviews with our players. It is a 3-2 scoreline in favor of Olivia Terry. So for the first time this season, Shea Cole is coming out of the break with a deficit. We'll see how she handles that. I'm Sean Green, joined once again by either nobody or Ryan Mooneyham, if Mooney's here. Mooney?
I'm here.
Guys, how's that sound? Does it sound good? I can hear Mooney. Can you guys hear Mooney?
I can hear myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, is there a strong echo or do I have a partner for the second half of this stream? I got to be honest, Mooney, I lost all hope. Sounds good. Uh-oh, you're in, Mooney.
I did not lose hope.
Tag, you're in.
I'm here. I say I'm here to party. Let's go championships.
All right. Well, Sean Green joined by Ryan Mooneyham, thank God. Mooney, I know you've been here the entire first half. Obviously working through a lot of things on your technical side of the situation, but OT has looked very good early on.
Yeah, so the 9 marks have been impressive. Of course, the placement of those 9 marks have been great from OT. I mean, when you're shooting 4-2, 4-3, and your opponent's just bringing the house down on you. I mean, what did Shea's battling with? I'm glad she's got a 2 points because Olivia is just hammering those 9s.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're right. It's got to be a weird situation for Shea, right? Because she's not throwing bad. She's not throwing worse than she typically would. She's on par with her average, with her game, and she's just losing to OT, who has just outshot her at this point. Something that doesn't happen to Shea very often.
Well, you got 2 fantastic players, and let's say you're having a good night, but your opponent's having a fantastic night. Hopefully that won't play hard on Shea, but maybe in OT's mind, she's like, I'm playing fantastic. It's time to bring it. So, plus when they play each other all the time, at some point you're going to edge each other. Either you get it this week, they get it next week, and they have mixed it up before.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, many times. They're extremely close friends. They've been partners before at a lot of tournaments. They know each other's games, and I didn't hear the interviews, but I can guarantee you Shea went into it knowing how good OT is and how good OT has been playing and how good OT can play. So I know that this is not shocking to Shea. I think that the shock here is just losing in this format for the first time.
Well, I mean, both the ladies have experience. Shea's background is, I'm going to say 15 plus years. I might be stretching a little bit, but she's been in these pressure situations before. She's traveled overseas and played in the PPD Women's Challenger Series. So being down is would not really, in my mind, be a new thing. It's how does she rise above the challenge that's being currently presented by OT from the TO. Big 7 mark right there, man. 4.25, 4.6, Sean. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, and this has been really the bottom of what we've seen. How many legs have we seen in the threes? Because it has not been very many at all. And OT is going to raise that average up when it goes to the 16s.
Yeah, the opening round or two was 3.7, 3.8, which is a great average, and they've just been elevating ever since.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen an average in the threes since then, right? It's been 5s and 4s.
Oh yeah, I mean the players are settled in. They're in their home locations. They're in. They got the rhythm. They got the timing. They're playing.
And most importantly, Mooney, this is the second final, right, of this format, and so they're used to that. It's not anything surprising to them at this point. It's not something that they are thinking about, or like they've been in this now for 2 years or 2 seasons. They know what they're expecting. They know what they need to do to get the job done each week, and it allows them to throw at this higher level for longer. Look at this from Shea. Big 6.
Well, kudos to the format. Kudos to this kind of level, because steel sharpens steel, and we are seeing it on everyone's game, having the ability to play each other on a regular basis. You pick the steel soft, doesn't matter. You put the best against each other, they're going to get better and better, and they're going to showcase their talents fuller. Olivia Terry needs that bullseye. Well, back in the leg. She's going to get it closed, but this Shea Cole, as we can see, just needs 3 bulls to tie this thing up. 3-3.
And sitting on 420 points never hurt anybody.
No.
Probably makes them happier. Well, then she got off.
No, she's going to add. She's going to add 20 points to that. Like, okay, I didn't hit it in 2 straight.
It's awesome.
Now, we have seen many, many players in many different levels use that bullseye to come back. Shea's going to watch that in points, but she does have a couple of houses to work with. So she's in good shape for the leg.
Yeah, and realistically, she's 2 darts away from winning the leg. And there's one of them. Oh, around the outside. OT, even if she gets 5 bulls here, right? That's still only a 24 or 21 point advantage, which is not going to really save the leg. So this one should go to Shea. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't get it on the first dart, if she made sure the point first or did it like that. Math-wise, she can stay right at it. And pins it. 4.09 to a 3.6. But again, that 4.09 is the winning number there. And it is now 3-3, Mooney. We got a tie ball game once again.
Before we came into that tough round on the Bulls, she was 5+, 5.16 before she started the Bullseyes. So to have a rough round and still shoot 4.09, that's incredible stuff.
You are not wrong. In OT now, back to the start. Ryan, the one thing that neither player has done is given up these 20s with the start. And that first dart just happened as soon as I said it. And the second dart, and now I'm worried that I just jinxed the heck out of that. And I sure did, as she gets nothing to open.
We'll let you call that when the commentators cursed. But in reality, they are both very well experienced players. and they want to own the 20. They want the big house, and they want to abuse you with the big house.
Now, here's the question, though. Is it a commentator's curse because I said what I just said, or is it a commentator's curse because you're here now? And they never did it before, you know. But Shea with a big 6 on the 20s. So now OT, it's as if she's going second. Yeah, Kaylee in there earlier saying, never thought Sean would not want to hear only himself talk for the next hour. Kaylee, I don't know how to tell everybody this. Justin, same thing. I can't listen back to my own live streams. I can't listen back to my own commentary. I don't like the way my voice sounds or none of that. Still don't. I don't know why all of you do. Honestly, it shocks me every time that I get invited back to do any stream. So thank you for that. And yes, I will always take a partner in comms. Again, I had lost all hope at the break at one point when I think that for some, like at some point, like yours said, you'd stop hearing us again. And I was like, uh-oh, it went backwards. And so I walked out and I was like, whew, potentially 8 more legs of by myself talking. How do I get through that? But look at Shea. Another big 6. And Shea Cole was trying to take back control of that lead. And Brian, actually, you will notice that it is only showing you Shea's board. That is the board view that we have for tonight. That does not switch. So that's why the timer is only there for Shea and not there for Olivia. It's because it's Shea's board showing you that. Olivia has the same timer. But look at this from Shea, Mooney. I know you're here now. You can talk now, Mooney. You know that, right? So I went through that whole diatribe, and now there's no Mooney anymore. Well, guys, Mooney's gone again. A big win from Shea in leg number 7, 5.57. OT shoots a 2.2, but who cares? Like that 5.57. Woo. Honestly, though, Josh says, Tony said, did something during the break. She comes out firing. I don't think that she did. I just think that she is still playing the same game that she played earlier. OT is just not quite in that same level of play that she was before the break. And you can see it here, another opening. 2 in a row. Paul, you're probably right. And again, can Shea just jump out? This has been the thing that OT has not given Shea door openings. And she's given another one here. And Shea, again, adjusts beautifully. Oh, with 2 trip 20s. OT from the TO decides to go up and close the 20s instead of add another 3 on the 19s. And I like that move because she knows that now it's going to be 17s versus 19s. Because Shea always will go to the 17s first. Back to the 16s maybe? Or 19s, sorry. That's what I meant to say. Big 5 from OT. Shea only 2 on the 17, so an opportunity and an opening for OT. And she is going to capitalize on that hard. Look at that 7 from OT. OT way out in front, looking at the 18, see what she can do. Brian, I don't think she warmed up with Mike. I saw her warming up with Blake Keel earlier, which I've even beat Blake Keel, so. Love you, Blake. OT way out in front has the 16s, 15s, so these corners, which are where she likes to really do a lot of damage, unable to do so much there. Boom goes the dynamite for Shea Cole. What a time once again for a 9. And she does it on the 16s. And now OT is down in points. That 9 mark has given Shea Cole back the advantage. Yep. This 19 is huge right here. I don't think she's going to stay on it. She doesn't. She goes back to points. That's one of those situations where you're fighting with your own self of the smart play is the 19s. The smart play is going at the points. The silly play is to shoot the 19s there. I don't know what I'm hearing in my headset, but that needs to stop. Woo. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, boy. You guys are being way too nice to me, and I really appreciate it. It does mean a lot, so thank you. OT gets that trip 19. So let's see what Shea can do. Not going to do enough. So OT is looking at the Bulls, goes back to the 19s. Again, I apologize, everybody. Mooney is working on all of his stuff behind the scenes, but I don't think you're going to get anyone but me tonight. So sorry about that. There's the point lead for OT. Gets 7 19s out of it. But I don't know if she tried to throw up a timeout there or she tried the TO, but it did not work out. I think she realized that it was a single. Shea's still down in points. Still hammering these bowls. I'd be okay with her getting rid of it. Yeah, I like that last dart a lot. Didn't hit it, but I like it. Wow. OT is not playing around. And I wouldn't either. The last thing that you want is to be up 3-2 and have Shea Cole have a 5-3 lead on you at that point. So now it's a bullseye race. A lot to a lot. Shea has a lot more that she's hit, though. Getting the double here would be huge. Great victory there from OT. Makes it 4-4 on the scoreline. Ended up with a 4.05 after round 15. Woo! All right. Shea, big 5 mark there. Good 5 mark there from Shea. Just gets that point lead back, but OT battling hard, staying in there. All right, let's see what OT can do. Good 4 mark on the 19. Stays out in front. This is quite a battle here in this leg, and it's been one that I've just wanted to kind of watch, to be honest with you. 18s here for Shea. Still down 10 points, so needs to add more to that. Does she take the look? Nope, she's going to stay up there. I don't hate it. Shea only 2 marks on the 18s. So let's see what OT can do. Gets rid of the 18s. Goes right back to points, and I like that. This is a huge, huge leg. 4-4 scoreline, race to 7. It's basically a best 3 out of 5 at this point. Who's going to get that first leg on the board? And if OT can do it against the throw, that'll be huge. But Shea's going to have a lot to say about that. Great 7 mark on the 17s. And you can see that she wanted more. A 4.86 is playing a 4.50 right now. This is round 8 of this leg. I'm telling you, this is the type of performance from both these ladies that tell me that we are 1 season, maybe 2, from the CSE having multiple women playing in it and being able to compete. Because this is great right here. Big 6 mark from Shea to get back that point lead. All right, let's see what Shea can do. There's the point lead. Let's see if she moves off of him. She does, and boom goes the dynamite. What a 9 mark from Shea. And again, arguably the biggest leg of the match so far, and OT now is just at her number. Shea going to look over the 16s. She does. Gets in that top corner. Not quite enough. Look at OT. Still not going to give it up. Gets 5 on the 15s. Yeah, I like that. What a match. I can't even sit right now. Guys, tag someone in the chat right now that's not watching this and ask them what the heck they're doing. Because they should be watching this brilliance take place in front of them. Round 13, 5.0 playing a 4.75. Again, I know a lot of people that can average a 4.5. I can average a 4.5 in one leg, but I'm not going to do it through this many rounds in it. I can guarantee you that much. It might be a 6-round game if I'm playing by myself, and it might be a 8-round game if I'm playing with a partner. And hopefully that partner is doing their job in order for me to average something like that. And look at this. Shea, big darts on the 17s and then the close on the 15s. Wow. Masterful on handling pressure from your opponent and being able to just shut it down is what that is. Now talking about the math, 21 points, 121 is what I'm looking at there. And now she might go back down to points just because of the hanger. Yeah. Yep. That's not overpointing. It's first of all, over 1,000 points is nice, but it was a hanger dart, the first one. And when you throw soft tip darts for those overseas, it is a flat lay, or a crooked lay that's even more flat than normal. But OT has also been able to kind of grind away on bowls. So if I'm Shea, I attack the bowls, just get rid of them. Wow. That is an unkind wire if I've ever seen one. And Shea Cole is going to make this a 5-4 score line. Biggest leg of the match so far. And there you go. 4.78 through 17 rounds in that. I don't care who you are. That is very difficult to keep up that high level of an average through that many throws. It just is. 5-4 lead now for Shea. That 6-4 lead is not real that you just saw on your game screen. That includes the cork or the count up to start the match. So 5-4. Shea gets leg number 1 of this best 3 out of 5. Race to 7. If Shea wins, again, $2,500 goes to first, $1,500 goes to second. So even if OT loses tonight, which she doesn't want to do, she still walks out of here with $1,500. Not a bad payday. But if you're Shea, you want to end this now, especially with the opening that OT just gave you. Big last. Yeah, here's a question for everybody in the chat. Would you rather throw 3 darts at a bowl and have them go wire, wire, wire? Or would you rather them all miss badly? Like, what is more angering to you? Or like 2 of them miss badly and 1 of them like goes on the wire? I'm just curious. Andrea, me too. I mean, yeah, I don't know why OT doesn't just start on the 19s, and more than you think about it, right? Everybody's saying the same thing. They'd rather be a mile away, except for Jason said wire. I think I'd rather just miss on the wire, all 3 of them. It's more frustrating, like in the moment, but I'd rather lose by bad luck than by like terrible skill, you know. And while I know I have terrible skill, it's nice to know every once in a while when I can lose because of bad luck. OT in the point lead, but Shea at the 18s that she's been able to use really well at times. That's fair. And by the way, I knew that the answers were going to be a little bit skewed. The better players would rather miss badly. The more average player, like myself, I think would rather miss on the wire because at least it's close. But also, it could be completely opposite for everybody. That was an assumption that I made based on just my thought process on it. I think the answer is just most people would rather miss badly. Nikki, that makes sense on the frustration then. At least you went lefty on there. OT up 110 points, trying to tie this bad boy up once again. And this is the thing that isn't really understood that should be understood more. And this goes for the CSC as well. Having, even if it's before the match or one, having someone with you there that you can talk to or talk through options, not unlike a caddy for golf, can sometimes help. It's why I love playing doubles more than singles. Having a partner just to feed ideas off of and thoughts and, what's more comfortable. What do you think is going to help me best? Maybe even is the math the way the math should be? Is OT going to continue just to hit freaking 6 marks every time and I'm not going to have a shot at the leg? Is that going to be part of like the conversation, Because every once in a while you want to yell about some stuff that's happening too. Sugar, I appreciate that comment. I kind of agree with that. But I also feel like if you're an NBA player, you would be more frustrated by hitting them all off the iron or the rim and them not going in. Like if it feels good as it's released from your hand, I feel like that would be the more frustrating shot than perhaps if you miss it and you know that you just mistimed. Like if you're Shaq, you're never unhappy at the free throw line. You're always just hopeful, I feel like that's where that would come in. But if you're really bad at shooting, like I'm sure you are, Sugar, then yeah, I probably would rather be really close, Sorry, I had to. Well, Carla just yelled in. You do you, boo. All right, OT dominating this leg now. Shea needs 9 of them and then some on the 15s. But 9 of them's a good start. 9 of them's a good start. Boom goes the dynamite once again for Shea. There have been 7 so far this evening. Kaylee, no, you're not the only person who does that. Look at this opportunity that Shea has given herself. And now she has a real opportunity. This could be a devastating moment in this match for OT. It would have taken back-to-back 9s to have that happen, but still, OT is now very uncomfortable in this leg. And it's getting worse. That 9 mark from Shea on the 15s. Big last from OT, but that might not be enough now. The only thing that OT has working with her is that Shea missed that last start like all together on the 19s. And she is not as an aggressive player, so she will stay on the points. Like right now, though, would be the time to switch if you're a more of an aggressive player, and she did not do that. So it's only 1 dart at the close, and you'll take those odds a couple times. But OT of those 19s. Oh, great darts from OT from the TL. Big 8 mark. Wow. If the 9 was brilliant, the 8 was better because it put her right back in the driver's seat. Shea had 1 dart for control of the leg. OT made her pay for that. Now, how many bowls can she put in to put some pressure on OT here? A double goes a long way. Now it's 5 bowls that she still, no, not 5. That's wrong. Yeah, it is 5. 5 that she still needs. So OT just needs the 3. Double will do. Ooh. Five bowls for complete control and most likely $2,500. At least the ultimate driver's seat to that $2,500. There's one. Oh my goodness. How is that not in the double? That is a hole away. Can OT hold her nerve? I'm going to guess yes. And I'm going to be right on that. 5-5 scoreline. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that could have been the match. Wow, it actually makes it 54-5. No, I'm just kidding, Haley. 5-5 scoreline. Shea going first. Getting her little smoochy smooch. And here we go. It was devastating for Carol Ann. That gave her a single 5, and you could see that bounce off the wire of the treble. Kayla's saying this is going to go to the end finals that we wanted to see, and you're not wrong. Not only is this a tie scoreline, but both players are shooting so phenomenal in such big moments. That 9 mark from Shea, and then are you kidding me? The 8 mark from OT in that last leg? I mean, that was against the ropes and just working your way out of the round. Shea, though, knows how to play out in front. OT on the 18s. Yeah, can we just say this at this point? No matter what happens the rest of this match, if we get the double dip next week, I'm all here for it. If we don't, and it ends tonight, these ladies deserve a standing ovation for the performance they put in. They have played their best when they've needed to play their best. I haven't even questioned a lot of the strategy at all. And it's because I've not needed to, they've not done things that I wouldn't do at any point in time. And actually, there's things that they've done that are way smarter than things I would do in that moment, which I actually appreciate more. All 3 wired there. Shea gets that point lead back. There goes the 18s. Man, deadly. And pins the 16s, too. That is huge for the conclusion of this leg. But again, you leave OT a corner. See what Shea can do. 15s now. Again, just rides the wire on the other side, but 4.83. OT not going anywhere on those corners. Randy, you're going to want to go rewatch what you missed on this one. It's worth it. It's worth it tonight for sure. Again, just not as aggressive as some, but doing enough. The 3 wedges open is what's huge right now. OT does get that point lead. Oh, boy. Oh, that last one had to feel so good when it left her hand. Yeah, if you're Shea, you got to get rid of this 15 at some point. You're hoping that you do it after your first 2 darts, get you the point lead. She's just stepping over. Yep, there goes the 15s. 17-point difference. OT needs a white horse. She's hit 3 of them this year. Not going to get number 4. Shea, 17 points down, so this is a round of just point all day. Even if you had 2 big triples, just point. Try to run them up. Porky, that's true. Carol Ann, bury that 17. OT not going away on the Bulls either. 4-2-2 playing a 4-2-2. Nine-point difference. Just not a lot in between them. Again, a move that I like from Shea. I'm even good with that last art because it adds an extra bowl. It sounds like my daughter's still awake, so pray for me. Is that? Yeah, she went at the bowl on dart 3 because, again, the math for that. But now OT has dragged into the point leads on the Bulls. She's got to be careful now. Or just shut it all down right here. 5 marks, not bad. OT, another 4 bowl round. My goodness. We've all been in this position before in darts where we have wedges. We should win this leg, and our opponent just keeps hammering enough bowls just to stay out in front, and the frustration of that starts to add up. And great last start, but it now leads to moments like this where OT has winning darts in her hand. And what a huge leg this would be to win. Stay on that point. Ooh, I like staying on the points there. There's no reason to go for the 17s. You have 3 darts to do that next time. Even if she hits the 17s and closes them there, I still think that's a mistake. Shea gets 7 of them, though, just to get right back. My goodness. JW, good to see you in the chat. Yeah, Mooney had some technical issues tonight that we have actually just not been able to figure out altogether. We've worked on it for about an hour and a half and just never it worked for a hot minute. That was nice. It was good for a good I don't know, leg maybe. So unfortunately I have been by myself for the most part. For everybody else. And for Mooney. But that last motion he put in, he said by about a foot or so. Shea, only 4. Let's look at the rounds here. We're in round 16 of 20, which does matter. It matters on if they ever bail. And again, Shea is not the aggressive player to go with the Bulls here. And math-wise, makes sense to stay on the 17s. Oh, my goodness. Okay. OT with another opportunity. Needs 1 bowl. All right. 17s, 16s. Oh, my goodness. 16s for a huge moment in this match. What an unkind wire. But here's the problem for Shea. She's still 3 bowls down with this tie ball game. And she's not choosing to go for the win there. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was just... She just blew this leg. OT with a happy little accident. And OT from the TO takes a 6-5 lead. She might never have to break the throw again of Shea Cole to win this match. Folks, Shea Cole is the closest she has ever been to losing a WCS match right now. And Crystal, I agree with you. Wow. And the pressure that's on Shea right this second is immense. And only a 3-mark opening. With how well Olivia has dominated these 19s consistently throughout the evening, because sometimes she's had to, I very much expect her to be in control after this throw. That first start was not close. There was some adrenaline there in that first start. Yeah, got to calm down the nerves a little bit. Hitting that big shot can lead to a different type of adrenaline. Shea being really aggressive there on... I don't know what she's doing. I'm going to guess that second dart dropped is all I can think of. OT going to look up? Nope, she stays down. Hammers another triple 19 for us soft tip players. And Shea now going to go back up to the 20s. This has got to be the most pressure Shea has faced in a very long time in darts. And you can see with that last dart. Can OT finish this off? Right now she is. Another big 6 mark from OT from the TO. The sirens for this upset alert are loudly blaring. And I say that because Shea's going to have to get it together here real quick, or else this is going to be over. That was aggressive but smart from OT. I do like the time that she's taken to kind of settle down. A walk back, regroup. This is a situation that's going to teach both of these ladies a little bit about themselves. No matter what, if Shea ends up losing this, it'll teach her how to handle that for the first time in a while. If OT wins this, man, the things that she, the confidence that she should have going into next week. I'm honestly thinking anything can happen next week at this point if OT does get the job done here. And I mean any type of scoreline. And of course, now on top of the typical frustration of darts, now she's missing on wires and throwing her worst leg ever in the WCS in the worst time to do so. And OT is on the corners where she has lived and breathed and died and survived tonight's match. If Shea or if OT does win tonight, it will go to the double dip next week. So nothing will be finalized until after next Monday. And listen, I'm going to agree with the chat here. I appreciate that Shea and OT are giving us another week of this. I know I'm going to love it. OT 2 bowls away from defeating Shea Cole and taking this to the double dip. Look for this place to erupt in the background. Ooh, not yet. The pressure is released in that room for a split second. And then right behind Shea, everyone's just wondering, is there a last-ditch miracle in here somewhere? And the answer, I believe, is no. For the first scoop. And OT does get it done. 7-5 victory over Shea Cole in this first game of the finals. Wow. That last leg was nothing to be proud of for either player. But again, it's everything to be proud of for OT to hold her nerve enough to get the job done in that leg. But wow, what a victory. What a job there from OT. We're going to the double dip next week. And there you go. You see it. OT from the TO. The $2,500 first place prize is still up for grabs, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Hats off to OT. She shot phenomenally to get the job done. hats off to Shea, who did not play badly. The 13th leg. No, that'd be the last leg. The 11th leg was the entire difference. Those bowls losing with wedges open. Everyone's been there and done that. And then the frustration that it takes when that happens is just immense. But ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the double dip next week. I can't wait. I want to thank Ryan for sitting with me the whole time, which honestly, like, I'm not joking. He was here the entire time with us, trying to get this, all of this stuff to work. Ryan, I love you, buddy. Hopefully you're able to join us next week. And we can redo this some way or another. Even if it's a 3-man booth or something, just to give you kind of that. Cause you were great, buddy. Shout out to Haley for all the work that she did. And again, big shout out to OT from the TO for getting the job done and sending it to the double dip next week. I know a lot of people are going to be shocked by this result tonight. I know there's 2 people that aren't going to be. One of them is going to be Olivia Terry, and the other one's going to be Shea Cole. So stay with us. We got one more week of the WCS, and I cannot wait. But until then, guys, have an absolutely wonderful evening. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and we'll see you.